Welcome back, powerful women, to the Hire Her podcast. I'm your host, Coach Daza, and your guide on this journey to elevate and empower. Today's episode is all about transformation, how to turn your pain into power and your passions into profit. Whether you're a woman in business, a creative soul, or someone just trying to find their way, this episode is for you. Let's get into it. Let's be real for a second. We all have moments where we feel stuck, like our past experiences are just chains holding us down. But what if I told you that those very chains could be the key to your freedom? Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your pain into power and also, too, how to monetize it in a way that feels authentic to you. The alchemy of transformation. First things first, let's talk about the pain. No one likes it, but we all experience it. Emotional, physical, mental, it's all a part of life, but it doesn't have to control our lives. You know what I mean? So pain can either be the prison that keeps us trapped or the prism that shows us a whole new way of being. Find your rainbow. One powerful way to start transforming pain is through journaling. You don't need to be a writer. Just grab a notebook and pour your heart out into it. The act of writing helps you process emotions and then also to find clarity and see patterns you might otherwise miss. It's like having a conversation with your soul. And it's funny that we bring that up because I read a book by Danette May, and the book was all about, really just embracing, right? Embracing your power, embracing who you are. And I'm thinking, I got to think about the book name. Goodness gracious. What is it called? Let me see. I gotta tell you guys what that book was about because I picked it up very randomly at, Barnes and Noble. And okay, yes, Embrace Abundance. And in the book, Embrace Abundance, right? I have the audio copy and I have the hard copy. And she talks about something called soul writing in that book. And it was just so powerful. So she basically talked about in the morning, what she would do is get up and begin to journal, right? And whatever her soul was telling her, she would write down. And a lot of the stuff that she ended up writing down, really helped her in her business and in her personal life. And one of the journals that she was able to create through it, through soul writing, actually helped her business skyrocket at a time where she was kind of having some, I think it was downtime or whatever. She was saying it wasn't as, she was trying to figure out how to scale her business to that next level. And she got up in the morning, did her soul writing, and it literally gave her the key to take her business to the next level. So that is huge. And I actually do that myself. I've been soul writing and scripting consistently. And I'm I want to do this twice a day, but because I'm a mom of four, I try to do my thing when I do my thing and not over, saturate my schedule just because I don't want to set something that I can't hit. But eventually I would like to get to where I can do at least twice a day because it's very powerful. Another tool is meditation. So no, you don't need to sit cross-legged for hours. Start small, 5 minutes a day. Focus on your breath. Let your thoughts come in and go without judgment. It's all about connecting with your inner self, the true source of your power and resilience. So when I meditate for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I also try to do some yoga poses as well, just to kind of get my stretches and everything in. And when I'm doing it, I get these thoughts, right? Thoughts are just coming through my mind. And I learned this from a very powerful meditation coach, that we're here to just literally analyze our thoughts and see the quality of our mind, of our thoughts, of our brain, right? So like the thoughts that are coming through, if it's more negative thoughts than positive thoughts, then that means we need to focus more on that internal work. And because I understood that method, I actually did that. And once I started to focus more so on my self-concept, which we'll get into in a minute here, it changed everything for me. And also to remember, it's okay to ask for help. Therapy can be a game changer. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a step towards your greatest strength. A good therapist can help you navigate your pain and find the tools you need to transform it into power. Okay, that's huge. I began therapy after I experienced like really bad postpartum depression and anxiety, and it changed my life. Like I was afraid to talk to people. Like I had intrusive thoughts. It was just crazy. And I did a lot of self-healing and self-work, but I also had a therapist, and just being able to talk to somebody that was just third party, that, was not here to judge or, bring their own self projections, upon me or whatever the case may be. It really helped. And it also helped me break down a stigma of like this strong Black woman, being so strong for everybody and like holding all of this weight. Like I am not that. Sorry. Like I am a woman, and I am, feminine, and I am whole, and I am deserving of love. And if I am experiencing something like that, I'm just going to be true to myself in that moment. I definitely won't play victim, because I learned my lesson from just like, oh, woe is me. Like we can't get our power back from that. But being able to sit in it, knowing that you have the power to evolve, that God has instilled everything in you that you need to become a better version of yourself. It's just the most beautiful thing ever. It makes me so happy to just be alive and have this opportunity again to just wake up, another day and keep going. But being able to honestly give myself grace, and for me to be able to process those hard days, changed everything for me. So like I said, to the women out there that feels like they're just having to be this strong woman, like that's something that definitely was passed down. And I don't believe that, because even those strong women break too. They just probably break in silence, which is not good for any of us, because, we need to know. We need to know, as like the younger generation, and then now also with us having children too, like we need to know like how they process things for them to keep going. We don't want to put things under the rug or just throw them away. Like, no, let's process it. Let's heal from it. Let's look at it as third party. Like we're here having this human experience. We know that we are eternal beings, and that energy can not be destroyed. It just transforms. So with that all being said, that was a mouthful, but with that all being said, we are literally here to, hopefully just accomplish, I would feel like our soul's mission and what we came here for, to love, to be our authentic self, to heal, to prosper in all areas of life. I believe that God is an abundant God, and it's meant, for us to experience that abundance. And God is, all love, and that frequency we can resonate on, and become the best versions of ourselves while we're, having this experience of being whoever you are, whoever I am, that's a beautiful thing. So let's talk about monetizing your authentic self. All right. Now that we've talked about turning your pain into power, let's talk about turning power into profit. This is the part where many of us hesitate, but here's the truth. You are valuable. Your experiences, your story, your voice, your knowledge, your skills, they're valuable. So, how do you identify your unique value? Start with tools like personality assessments, the Myers-Briggs, the looking at your archetype. If you're a woman watching this, your feminine archetype. If you're a man, you could be also looking at your masculine archetype. These aren't just buzzwords. They offer real insights into what makes you you, your strengths, your challenges, your way of seeing the world. All of these are clues to your unique value. Next, let's find your niche. Think about what lights you up. What are you passionate about? What could you talk about for hours? Find where this passion intersects with the needs of a specific audience. That's your niche. That's what, makes you authentic. That's what makes you shine. That's what makes you you. Okay? Alrighty, so I'm going to share a real life example of one of our clients. Her name is Chanel, right? She's actually in our Digital Wealth Growth Hub partnership program, okay? And she's one of our active listeners as well for our podcast. And she's just the perfect example, right? Because she literally turned her pain into power. Now, the way she did it was that, she knew internally it was time for a change. Chanel, she told me about feeling like stuck at her job, that it was draining her. But instead of staying, she decided to just go ahead and take the leap. She started her own manifestation merch, which was kind of outside of her realm because technically speaking, she's been working her professional career, position for a very, very long time. And people know her for that. They don't really know her, when it comes down to being a magnet for like manifestations and a powerful manifester. So she literally took a leap of faith to do this manifestation merch store. And it's a beautiful thing because when she did it, not only did she empower other people, right? But she talked about how good it felt internally to just empower herself to do what her inner her inner being, her inner spirit, her inner consciousness was calling her to do. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, right? Chanel faced her fears. She had to confront like what she was battling internally, which was self-doubt. Those nagging voices telling her she wasn't good enough to do it. And also, too, fear of rejection and judgment from people that she's known, throughout her entire life. But the biggest thing that she told me that made the difference was she ended up challenging that negative self-talk. Inside of the Digital Wealth partnership, our partners like Chanel actually get access to some very, very powerful like courses and material to not only help them launch their own digital products and e-commerce stores, but also too, they get access to my actual material, which it boils down to just affirmations, manifestations, like all of my modules. I'm going to be adding my self-concept course to the modules soon here. And it's just going to be game changing because like Chanel was able to go in and start reprogramming her mindset through affirmations like I did as well. A lot of other people are catching on to it and they're starting to reprogram themselves, right? She sought out the community, she got in, she asked the right questions, and she took full advantage of what was available to her. And by doing that, she was able to break down her goals step by step into manageable pieces and also completely rewire her train of thought, to take those negative thoughts out and replace them with positive thoughts and things that was going to actually help her propel into the future, right? So today, Chanel is just literally thriving. She's built a brand around her authentic self. And in doing so, she found empowerment, financial freedom. Also, too, she built an entire community of supporters that literally love her brand. Like literally, it's her entire own tribe, right? It's amazing. Her story is proof that when you show up as your authentic self, you don't find success, you inspire others. Here's the bottom line. The way you see yourself shapes your reality. If you see yourself as limited by your past, you'll be stuck. But if you see yourself as powerful, capable, worthy, that's the reality you'll create. Start with positive affirmations. Visualize your success. Practice gratitude. These small steps create big changes. So, my amazing women, are you ready to turn your pain into power? Are you ready to monetize your authentic self? Make sure, if you have not joined, you join like Chanel, was able to get in and get access to all of that stuff, like all of the material, all of the affirmations, manifestations, and digital products as well to start her own business. Make sure you get access because the time is now. Remember, your past does not define you. What you do with it does. I challenge you to take the first step today. Whether it's journaling, meditating, or simply reflecting on your unique value, start now. And if you're ready for some more support, like I said again, check out my Digital Wealth Partnership Program. It's designed to give you the tools, the coaching, and the community you need to unlock your full potential and thrive. Thank you for tuning into the Hire Her podcast. If you found value in today's episode, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. Let's keep this movement growing. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and also never forget to monetize your magic and stay authentic to yourself. All love.